Today I'm going to show you how I'm going to try to spice up my puff a little bit. I get tired of doing the same puff over and over. So I saw a style I want to try to recreate. So today I'll be doing that for you all. So I start off by parting my hair from ear to ear. I didn't have my rat tail comb for whatever reason, so I had to use this comb, and it was a struggle. But I just decided my parts just aren't going to be straight because you're not going to really see them anyways. But don't be like me. Be better than me. Make sure that you have a rat tail comb when you're trying to do clean, crisp parts because they come out so much better and it's a lot easier. So with that front section, I'm actually going to part it into 3 sections. The 2 parts on the side are going to be the twists that are going to connect to the ponytail in the middle. So just keep watching and you'll see how I do that. So once I have my hair section off, I'm going to start doing the 3 ponytails. The 2 ponytails are on the side are going to have the twist, and then the 1 ponytail in the middle. So to do these ponytails, I just spray my hair a little bit with water just so it won't be as tangled and it's easier to manage. Then I use this edge control, the Style Factor Edge Booster. I will have the products in the description box below so you can see exactly which one that I use. So with this edge control, I use it all the time because it just lays my edges really good and my hair does not curl up. So I use that on these sections just to make sure that they're really slick. And when I do those ponytails, I use 2 rubber bands. I always use 2 because 1 is basically pointless. It's just going to snap. So I use the 2 rubber bands to do all of these ponytails that I'm going to do. So just keep watching and you'll see how I do them. So now that I'm satisfied with all 3 sections, I'm going to start doing the twist on both sides. So I start my twist by spraying my hair with a little bit of water just to make sure that it's easy to detangle with my wide tooth comb. I use a wide tooth comb because I am doing this style on an old twist out and I want it to be easier to comb through those curls that I did have. So to moisturize that section, I'm using a little bit of this Eco Styler cocktail gel. I have the little sample size one. You know, when you go to the beauty supply and they hand you the little samples after your purchase, that's what this gel is. So I put it on that section and look how it just made my curls pop. Look, girl, that looks good. I might have to use this for a wash and go one day. But once I have that in my hair, then I'm going to start my twist. I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side. Once I have both of my twists, I'm going to connect them to that middle ponytail, and then we'll go from there. That smells good. I have never used this before. Got the Eco cocktail, okay. Super fruit complexes. This don't smell good. Remember you was in grammar school and this was your hairstyle. Period. Ready to go. You have a little twist right here. Boom. Get your two twists on the side, nice and juicy. Got the one in the, ooh, cute. So now that I have those two twists, I'm going to connect them to that middle ponytail. I connect them to that middle ponytail with 2 rubber bands, not 1, because it's just going to snap. And I make sure that it's tight, but not super tight, because if it's too tight, then it's just going to cause tension to your hair, and that's how your hair breaks off, and we don't want that. So I unravel those 2 twists. Then I'm going to detangle that middle section just with a little bit of water. I don't use any extra products because this is already an old twist out, so I don't want to do too much. Once I get done detangling that section, I'll give y'all a quick close-up just so you can see how it looks with the 2 twists connected to that middle ponytail, and then I'm going to start working on my puff. When doing my puff, I just spray my hair with a little bit of water just so it's easier to manage. Then I slick up the back of my hair with some of that Eco cocktail gel I was using before. If you want it to be super slick, you could use an edge control. You can actually use whatever you want to slick your puff up. It's honestly your preference. And then you just do your desired puff. So I decided to do a high puff, but you could do a high puff, a low puff, big puff, a small puff. You can do whatever you want. It's your preference. It's your style. You make it your own, just so you like it even better. So normally I put a pin in my string just to make sure that the string to my puff is secure, but for some reason today it just was not working. Look at how much of a struggle this is. Like, this pin did not want to go in there. So you know what I said? Get the pin, dropped it, whatever. I just took the little string into my puff, and then that was it. So now you basically just add your own personality to your puff, however you want to do it. But definitely make sure that your puff is moisturized, because if you're natural, you know that people love putting their hands in your hair, and at least your puff could be moisturized and soft when they touch it. So I always like to make sure that it is moisturized. So once I have my puff fluffed to desired, then I start adding a little bit of personality to it. I add my little finger coils in the back. You could put some on the sides if you want. It's honestly up to you. This is basically when you just make it your own, and you make it a little bit fun, a little bit more cute. So you do that, and then next I'll show you how I do my edges. So now it's time to do one of my favorite parts, which is my edges. Edges is my favorite part because, for one, that means you're almost done, And for two, it just makes the style look a lot more cute to me for whatever reason. So I put some oil on my edges every time I do them, just to preserve them and to protect them from whatever I'm going to do to them next, which is putting this edge control on there and then brushing them, just to make sure that my edges stay thick. So now I'm adding that Style Factor Edge Booster on my edges. It looks white right now, but that's just because I have product in my hair. It'll dry clear, of course, when it's all dry. So don't worry about it if your edges are white once you first put that edge control on. So I'm using this little edge brush. I use the brush part. I try to use the fine tooth comb part, but I haven't mastered that yet. So that's just something I'm going to have to work on. So you basically just doing your little swoops or whatever you want to do to make it look cute. And every time I get done with my little swoops on the side, as you can see, I put a little bit more of that edge control on there just to add some extra hold. Now that I'm satisfied with my edges, I just add a little hair jewelry to those little twists that I did. I honestly just had two of these little gold clip things, so that's all I was working with. But you can add more if you want. You don't have to do hair jewelry. It's up to you. Whatever you feel will make your hairstyle look a little bit more cute, then you do that. So now it is time to lay my edges. Laying your edges is one of the most important parts, because if you don't lay them down and let them dry, then they're just going to curl up, and basically everything you did to your edges will not matter. To lay my edges, I use a neck strip. You can get a whole pack from the beauty supply, or you can use a scarf. It's up to you. And then you have to let them set. I let mine set while I was getting ready for the day. And then I took the neck strip off, and then I all laid down. You see the white part is gone. Told you it would dry clear. Give y'all a quick close up so you can see the style looks neat. It's cute. The parts aren't perfect, but as you can see, it don't matter because it's cute. Once you just fluff out your puff some more, and then you are all ready to go. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure you stay tuned for my next one.